Hello everybody, good morning, and welcome to the Mommyhood Adventures episode 1. So you might be wondering, what in the world is the Mommy Adventures? So I wanted to give you guys just a quick little background. This is going to be something that I'm starting every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I am outside in my AKA office, which when you work from home, it's wherever you want your office to be, right? So I have been thinking about starting something like this, and this is kind of just my way to give back. When I became a mom, I honestly felt like it was probably the most shocking, unprepared that I had ever been in my life. And I think a lot of that comes from, as moms, we always are, trying to be perfect. We don't always talk about our struggles. We don't always talk about the things that we do wrong or the things that we mess up. And that was really something that when I became a mom, I was super taken back by. I've always been a super honest person. I've always, just wanted to share my experiences. And I remember thinking why did nobody tell me this was going to be hard? How come nobody told me I was going to mess up this much? I remember being at the park some days and I'm like, how in the world do all these moms have it together? And then I finally realized as the years went on, they don't have it together. They might just pretend like they do. And I don't think we really do each other any favors by not being real, right? So anyway, today is episode 1, and today's topic is how to stop striving to be perfect. So, quick little story. But when I decided to be a stay-at-home mom, it was January of 2006. I was teaching in a middle school, and, it was never something that had ever occurred to me. It was never anything that I had a desire to be or do, because I loved my teaching job. And about halfway through my pregnancy, all of a sudden my mind shift switched, and it was all that I wanted to do. I didn't know if we had the money to do it. I knew it was going to be a really tight budget, but I just started asking my husband every day, do you think I can maybe stay home for a year? Do you think I can maybe stay home for a year? So anyway, we made the decision that I was going to stay home for a year. And I don't think anything can prepare you to be 1, a mom, 2, a stay-at-home mom. What did I say? I meant 2016. I don't know what I said. See? Stop striving to be perfect, right? I mean, there you go. That's my title. But so when I brought my son home from the hospital, oh yeah, definitely not 2006. Thanks. When I brought my son home from the hospital though, so number 1, I had my very first anxiety attack the day I brought my son home from the hospital. I had never struggled with anxiety. I had never had an anxiety attack before. And I think it was, probably a combination of a lot of things. Lack of sleep, not knowing what the heck I was doing, all kinds of those things. And then the other thing that I quickly realized was not a reality is when I had begged my husband to let me stay home for a year, I had told him, oh, just you wait, you're going to love me being a stay-at-home mom because I'm going to take care of the kid. We only had 1 at the time. Now we have 2. I was like, I'm going to cook dinner every night. You're going to have a clean house. Because I literally thought I was going to have all this time on my hands. I was picturing in my head like summer break from teaching, where I would do nothing except for work out, lay on the couch and watch TV, and had just all this extra time on my hands. Let me tell you, if you are not a mom, that is not what staying at home looks like, okay? And my husband did try to hold me to it for the first couple months. He was like, where are all these meals you said you'd cook? I thought you told me this was going to be a clean house. And I just had to tell him, look, I did not know what it was going to be like to be a mom. So I'm sorry. I didn't purposely lie to you, but this house is not going to be clean when you get home. And I'm probably not going to have dinner on the table. And y'all know I don't like to cook anyway. So, but I've always had high goals, but I just was not going to meet them. So, needless to say, I had to figure out how to stop striving for this perfect vision of what I thought it was like to be a stay-at-home mom, because it wasn't. It was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. Now, don't get me wrong, still the best thing I have ever done in my life. I would not change it for even a moment, because I have 100% cherished these last 5 years. I have been a stay-at-home mom for the last almost 5.5 years. I also run home business for the last 3.5 years. Like, it is busy, okay? And so I had to stop striving for perfect when it came to being a stay-at-home mom. I had to stop thinking that I could do it all, because we try to overpack our calendars and do way more in a day than what we are humanly capable of, okay? So, I'm going to tell you guys, in case you are someone that is currently in this situation that feels like, oh my gosh, I'm constantly messing up. I can't keep up. I can't keep the house clean. Like, I have goals to do this and it never gets done. So there are 3 things that I feel like really helped me a lot. Number 1 is exercise. Now, when I first started staying home, I could not afford a gym membership at the time. So, I would just try to get out and walk and exercise from home as much as I possibly can. For those of you that might stay home now or thinking about staying home, you might be like, well, how do you work out when you have a baby? So, stroller came with me everywhere I went, okay? Walking with the stroller, jogging with the stroller, doing squats with the baby, having the baby lay on the floor while you do some push-ups. Like, make it work for you. My goal was to get out and move every day, because it just helped me to be less stressed. It helped me to put less pressure on myself. It just helped me to be more realistic with my expectations. And, did I have days where my baby was screaming in the stroller and we had to turn around and come home? Absolutely. In fact, more times than not. And it actually is funny to me, because I wanted to invest in this super expensive jogging stroller, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to run like 3 miles every day. Most days we didn't even make it a mile because there was screaming, okay? But that's okay. I still got out to move. I still got out to do something. And honestly, just getting outside helps me so much. Second thing that I would say has been super helpful. So probably about 3 to 3.5 years ago, I got really into personal development. And I don't even listen to like mom podcasts or anything like that, but just listening to anything that helps you to be a better person, helps you manage your stress, things like that, which if you need some podcast recommendations, feel free to reach out to me or comment below. I'm happy to recommend some. I have so many saved. And then honestly, probably the biggest thing that helped me was joining a mom's group. And I didn't join just one, I joined 3 because I wanted to make sure that if there was a day that I wanted or needed to get out of the house, that I would have something to do. So I joined 3 because not all of them have something going on every day. And I really think that that was so good for me. 1, because when you leave, the working world, it is very easy to feel very isolated, especially if you're not going anywhere, you're not talking to anyone, and all you have to talk to is a baby that doesn't talk back. It can be very lonely. And then you're putting all this pressure on yourself to be this perfect mom, and it's just too much. So, join a mom's group, meet other people that are in your similar stage of life. So, for mine, I'm only in 1 now, but I was in 3, but it was all mostly stay-at-home moms. I would say 90% stay-at-home moms. Almost everyone had kids like 5 and younger. And I just gravitated towards, the other moms with younger kids, just standing around and talking about life. To know that you're not alone, is just great for helping you manage your expectations, and I honestly, I hear it all the time. People will say, oh, I'll join when mine's a little bit older. They can't really do much now. I was taking my son to the park when he was 5 months old. He could not play at the park. Most of the times he just sat in the stroller. At most, we would sit on a swing together and swing. But just having other people to talk to was just so refreshing, And you will meet those moms that, tell you how it really is. And then you'll know that you have found your tribe, when they're just real with you. Because real is what's in right now, okay? We just got to be real. So, anyway, that is our topic for the day. Hopefully, maybe you got something out of it. Like I said, this is just my way of giving back because nobody prepared me. Nobody told me what to expect. And I wish somebody had, I wish that more people really talked about what it's like to be a mom, what it's like to be a stay-at-home mom, what goes on in our heads and the pressure we put on ourselves and things like that. So, that is why I started this. I will be back next Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. If you resonated with this topic and would like to talk about this further, you can either comment below or message me. I'd be more than happy to talk with you. And until then, just keep growing, keep living, keep experiencing, and I will talk to you guys next week. This is Ashley Doddridge signing off. Bye, guys.